I'm Desi Albert.
And my name is Jennifer Hendon.
And together we are Winey Women. Winey Women is a place where girlfriends are encouraged to discuss hot topics and always feel included no matter what their opinion is.
Yes.
And of course, it's always a little better with a little wine.
Canned wine.
Cheers.
I'm curious about this.
Me too.
Ooh, that's a cute color.
Because we're fancy, I have to pour it into a wine glass, you know? I'm not going to just drink it straight out of the can.
Ooh.
I did want to share with you, we are drinking house wine. Yes.
Yeah.
House wine is a convenient can.
Very cute cans.
It's a national top seller, single serve format, and it's equivalent to 2 glasses of wine. I am drinking the Rosé Bubbles because I love bubbles. Thank you for knowing that. What are you drinking, Jen?
Just the rosé.
Rosé sans the bubbles?
Yeah.
Well, no thank you.
I'm not a fan of bubbles.
What?
Yeah.
No, bubbles are the best.
So this is great.
Well, today we're talking about cancel culture.
Yes.
Are you ready to talk about it? I want to know, how did you even hear about cancel culture?
Gosh, a long time ago, people started canceling like people.
Yeah.
You know?
Seriously. I mean, I'm going to read it for you, but that is the definition of cancel culture, is canceling people.
Oh,
but
okay.
I first heard about it trending because I do follow the beauty community,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't really pay attention. Like, I heard, oh, cancel so-and-so or cancel this brand in the beauty community.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess at the time, I kind of thought it was just limited to the beauty community.
Okay.
But then most recently, I've seen it trending big time, hashtag cancel Netflix, in response to the movie Cuties. Yep. So that's when I really kind of challenged myself to try to understand it more. So I want to read you the dictionary.com definition of cancel culture. Mm-hmm. And that is the popular practice of withdrawing support or canceling of a public figure or companies after they are done or after they have done, or said something considered offensive. Cancel culture is generally discussed as being performed on social media in the form of group shaming. Yeah. So have you seen some company or someone get canceled?
Have I seen it like live in person or on social media? Just followed the situation.
I guess any, if you've seen it live, but yeah, like even specifically. Okay, we've had a couple glasses of wine.
Dude, saying S's are really hard.
Yeah,
social
specifically. Specifically on social media.
Yeah, I've been following a lot of the whole canceling a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think mine probably started with cancel Disney a long time ago.
Yes.
Which is funny how some stuff takes and some stuff doesn't. The whole cancel Disney did not take.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think something a story that I followed was the woman with the dog.
Right.
Who
but she did get canceled.
Who, the black man?
She got canned from her job.
She totally got canceled. They found out where she worked and she got fired.
Yeah.
And like, to me, I feel like that story was insane because let's just say she is a racist.
Right.
That doesn't teach her to not be a racist.
Right, I agree.
Who's helping that lady? Let's give her a brown mentor.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
I agree. I just learned something. So actually at work, we have done an inclusivity training.
Oh.
Yeah, ooh. I know. I love my job. I'm so blessed. I really work for a company that not only invests in me as an employee, but invests in me as a person.
Okay.
And in this inclusivity training, we talked about, in that situation, right, it would have been better and more productive to call her in versus call her out. Mm-hmm. So that's what we learned on the training. So that's what made me think of it when you just said that. Like, you know, it would have been more beneficial for her to have a mentor or for her to, you know, have been coached than just canceled.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That's the new trend, Jen. Coach over cancel.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. What other things? I don't I don't follow Disney. I don't know if it's just because of my age and the fact that I don't have kids, or I just never got into the phenomenon.
I loved it before I had kids.
No, I've never been a fan. So why were people canceling Disney? I don't understand.
Oh my gosh. So many reasons. So Christians think it's demonic.
Okay.
Moms think it's like there's some pedophile stuff going on in there.
Okay.
The themes can be pretty dark.
Okay. I think I have heard that there's like a lack of, multicultural princesses. Is that a reason why someone would cancel Disney, or?
I want to say that there was a huge push.
Yeah.
To get some, brown princesses in there.
Yep.
And then when they didn't do as well as Princess Aurora, racism was claimed.
I'm sorry, who's Princess Aurora?
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm the worst. I'm sorry. I'm old. I don't pay attention.
I can't even. What do you
mean? Is she Frozen?
Old? I'm older than you.
Is she from Frozen?
No, that's Elsa. She's white as hell. They're like Swedish or something.
Oh, I bet.
No, so Aurora, she's white. But she's in Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, okay. No, I should know that. I should know that.
The Disney classics.
Okay.
The Disney classics.
I guess I never knew her name. I only knew of her as
I could just talk about. I could talk about Disney for hours.
Okay.
There's just so much in my brain.
But people were canceling Disney.
People were wanting to cancel Disney.
But it didn't take.
And no.
Do you think that that's because Disney's just so big and...
No, because Netflix is really big. And there's been a huge
push to cancel Netflix.
Not only push, but people are actually doing it. People are actually canceling the subscriptions.
Yeah.
And it's
okay, have you ever, seen a cancel someone or something and then done it? Like you unfollowed this celebrity because #cancel whoever was trending, or cancel Netflix is trending and you personally canceled your Netflix subscription.
Let me think.
Have you ever canceled anything?
Let me think. Yes, I have.
Okay.
But see, this is difficult.
Yeah.
Because the whole cancel culture ordeal.
Right.
I don't know if this meshes or is the same.
Yeah.
But my convictions personally have always affected what I buy, what I go to see,
okay,
the movies I see. So, I just don't buy Starbucks anymore. Don't agree with some of the things.
There was a cancel Starbucks?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So
educate me.
So that
I am unaware.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No, I still go to Starbucks.
Do you remember the cancel Starbucks ordeal? Yeah. Yeah. See?
Why did you cancel Starbucks? I still go to Starbucks almost daily.
So there's so many things. So I think that they threw their employees under the bus when that one. So the cops were called because a person was in there loitering.
I have no idea about any of this. Okay, fill me in.
So a person was in there loitering.
And
the cops were called because that's what, as employees, your little baristas are told to do.
Okay.
And so the cops come, and they approach this man who was African American.
Okay.
And so in this scenario, the guy is like, y'all are racist, trying to kick me out of Starbucks.
Oh, no.
And so the barista who called the police regarding his loitering, because he didn't buy anything, he was just kind of sitting, she ended up getting fired and called a racist.
When did this happen?
Oh my gosh. Danny, how long ago was that Starbucks ordeal?
I'm shook. I didn't know.
3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they kind of just threw their employee under the bus. They didn't back her up. They didn't say, oh no, we personally know this girl and she's not a terrible person.
Right.
She called the cops because that's our policy.
Wait, so you didn't cancel Starbucks because they terminated the employee. You canceled them because they didn't back her up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Which speaks to no integrity in their, because no integrity and no leadership. Because as a leader, you take responsibility for your terrible hires, just like you take the good for your good hires. And so their manager, her manager, didn't say hey, this is our policy. I told her to do that because this is in the handbook.
Right.
Nobody said any of that. It was just kind of oh, this little girl's a racist, and let's get out.
So you feel like it was more for publicity than it was to protect the employee?
I think it was for to show people that they weren't racist. Virtue signaling.
So that's another example of they called her out instead of calling her in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, if they would have called her in and be like, okay, this is our policy. You did what you were told to do. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was this guy in there who threw a fit instead of nobody like failing to be like, okay, so we followed policy.
Right.
Let's look at our policy and what that means. Let's aim for kindness.
Yeah.
And conversation.
Yes.
Instead of calling the police, especially if he's not, if he's not causing mischief.
Right.
So let's look at this policy.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of looking deep into the issue, you know, they just like shame a person.
Got it.
And no, not okay with that. And they have shitty coffee. So that's another reason why.
Tell us how you really feel, Jen. I'm going to wait till the third glass of wine to ask you all the questions now.
They really do.
I have never canceled anything. And no. And with this whole, I mean, now that you just told me that story about Starbucks, I feel like I have to rethink my whole life. But but with even this with the newest trending, like cancel Netflix, I mean, I just got a Netflix subscription. I haven't been a Netflix subscriber for more than, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. Okay. So I'm super late to the game, right? Because Netflix has been around for, I guess, a while now. And I obviously...
You just got a Netflix?
I just got a Netflix subscription. Like in the last 6 weeks. Yeah, I'm brand new.
That's insane.
I'm a baby. I know. So I haven't canceled anything yet. And I've heard of other things that Netflix has aired that has caused people to cancel. But
for sure.
Yeah, but
they've had a lot of movies.
Yeah, I wasn't privy to any of that since I'm brand new. So yeah, I haven't had something that spoke to me to the point where I felt like I wanted to cancel a person or a subscription or a company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's everybody's conviction.
Yeah. Well, with cancel culture, what challenge would you leave our viewers?
I would say it's invest the time into what you're...
That was exactly what was on my heart too, is that I think that instead of just jumping on the bandwagon of like, oh, well, everybody else in my group is canceling X, Y, and Z because of whatever reason, like really do the time to research it for yourself. For sure. Because I guess as a, manager myself and a person who works for like a corporation, like I always think about like, well, what if somebody said, hashtag cancel, my job, and now that put a bunch of people out of work.
Because of one crappy person.
Right, exactly. So I think just do the homework, and really do your research and really make sure that is the decision that feels right for you based on research that you did personally, not just because it's a trendy hashtag.
Yeah. I would say on top of that, make sure you clean your own house. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you're not doing because here's the thing. So with this, and I know we didn't want to go down this rabbit hole of cuties. So when you look at that and you want to cancel Netflix, they've had a whole other slew of movies regarding, gay Jesus, regarding abortion, regarding rape.
Yeah, I didn't see or hear any of that because I wasn't a member of their community at that time.
This whole thing of offensiveness.
Yeah.
Of what you're offended by is not new.
Right.
I'm offended by all those things.
Right. No, I agree with you. And that's the reason why I didn't cancel Netflix over Cuties was because we were sexualizing children long before Cuties came into the play.
Toddlers and Tiaras.
Teen
Mom.
Dance Moms.
Dance Moms.
Yeah. So there was a lot of things happening before that movie aired that made me, feel offended about us as a nation sexualizing children. Yeah. So that wasn't that's not new. Yeah. So the fact that people are canceling Netflix because of that, it's like, okay, you better have canceled a lot of other things dating back to 2008 or before. I'm
monitoring what your children are watching and doing.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
Because they're providing, I think the whole precipice of the movie Cuties was because as wrong as it may be, the director, you know, saw 11-year-olds dancing like the girls in the movie, thinking that it's cool and cute and okay. And so she wanted to make a movie regarding regardless of how wrong that is, like actually putting it on film and hiring the staff to do that. It's ridiculous. But so we need to analyze what are your kids doing? Yeah. Are we cleaning our own house?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you had said this to me in the conversation before, but like that whole premise of like cleaning your side of the street. Yeah. Right? And that's so good. And that's such a good thought to like to leave our viewers with for this week, to make sure that, before you cancel someone, make sure that you have that introspective conversation. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so true. And even back to Starbucks.
I'm going to have to do my research before I go back there again.
They're like doing all these like paper straws ordeal, but then they make a lid that creates like their lid is literally encompasses like 3 plastic straws. So what are we really doing here?
Yeah. Good example of clean your side of the street, huh? Well, on that note, friend, cheers.
Yes. Cheers.